Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. My God, that is a mouthful, but this movie is actually an eyeful of action. You get it? Because mouthful, the title is kind of long and okay, fine, it's not funny. For starters, if you're new to this channel, thank you for stopping by. I hope you end up liking this video enough to click that beautiful subscribe button. Let's dig into this. I'm going to start by saying that I absolutely love the previous trilogy. It is hands down one of my favorite movie trilogies, and there's some very good trilogies out there. I mean, I would probably say that Lord of the Rings is my favorite movie trilogy, but the Planet of the Apes trilogy is not too far behind. I thought those movies were amazingly well done, and I absolutely swoon when I think about them. I honestly could probably watch those movies once a year for the rest of my life. I enjoy them that much. So the original trilogy actually had two directors. We had Rupert Riot for the first movie, and then the sequels were directed by Matt Reeves, and I very much liked Matt Reeves' direction. I thought he really brought those movies into a great direction and really improved over the already great first movie. So when Wes Ball stepped in instead of Matt Reeves, because Matt Reeves is too busy making the Batman movies, I was concerned because I had never seen a single movie from Wes Ball, but I'm happy to say Wes Ball really kept me happy. He knocked this out of the park, and he gave me something that I can add to my rotation of things that I'm probably going to watch regularly. This movie takes place many hundreds of years after the Caesar trilogy. In this movie, we focus on a young ape named Noah whose village is attacked by other apes, leading him on a journey to find his lost family. Along the way, he meets a girl named Nova who, like him, is looking for something. So how are things going without Andy Serkis? Honestly, not too bad. I really enjoyed this cast. I thought they did a very good job. Obviously, Andy Serkis is not performing in this movie, although it is worth noting that he did have some involvement in the making of this movie. I don't know exactly to what degree, but he did help. So let's start by talking about our lead in this movie, a character named Noah. I had reservations that Noah wasn't going to be as charismatic or memorable as Caesar, because Caesar was a very fascinating character, but I'm happy to report that Noah is also quite fascinating. In fact, he has a lot of similar qualities to Caesar. Freya Allan plays another human who, like Noah, is searching for something. Her performance starts off timid, animalistic almost. As this movie progresses, though, she starts to reveal more about herself, and she proves to be a more than interesting character. She is one of the only humans in this movie, her and William H. Macy, so the pressure was on both of them to really stand out among a cast that is entirely CGI. Kevin Durand, what a year this guy is having. He had Abigail, and now he's got this. And in this movie, he is playing a perfectly elegant douchebag. He's in the same vein as Koba, but maybe not as complex of his motivations. Koba had some serious psychological scarring going on. Proxima Caesar, he doesn't have that kind of scarring. He's been free his whole life. He's never known captivity like Koba did. He just wants to be a leader, and he wants to be the tyrant, and he wants to have his kingdom. Wes Ball really succeeded here. He really did what I thought he wasn't going to be able to do. He made an excellent sequel to the Planet of the Apes trilogy. Those movies set a very high bar for me. It's like way up here. Like I said, I love those movies, so I was super looking forward to seeing that story continue, but I was just nervous that new blood was going to taint it. My concerns turned out to be unwarranted. I think Wes Ball nailed it. He manages to tell a moving story with amazing visuals and just a cast that really shines. And the way this world was recreated, I thought it was cool seeing how apes had repurposed our buildings or our power lines, and just seeing the way that they modified this world. You could see traces of our existence still there, yet it had been totally overtaken by nature. One of the things I love so much about those original movies was the humanity of it all. Caesar was going through a whole range of emotions that I personally have felt in my life. Maybe that's why I connected with Caesar. I've never really wanted revenge against somebody like he wanted, but I have had a lot of complex feelings, and so I thought the humanity of it all is what is so interesting. With enough intelligence, with enough freedom, the apes became just like us. They became savages. They became willing to hurt each other. We still had caste going on in the ape society, and that is so fascinating to me because it just very much mirrors us. And it brings me to a question. Are all creatures in this world doomed to follow in our same path? Are we always going to be fighting with each other? Is there such thing as peace? Can it ever be achieved? Characters like Noah and Caesar do give me hope.
That is wrong.
I'm gonna go ahead and rate this movie 8.5 out of 10. I don't like to do the 0.5, but this movie doesn't deserve an 8. I just don't think it deserves a 9 because I looked back at my scores for the other movies and I don't want to go too high above those because I don't think it's better than the other movies. I think it is better than the first one, but it is not better to me than the Dawn of Planet of the Apes or War for the Planet of the Apes. I would say this is the third best of the series, so 8.5 it is. That's my opinion. Did you see this movie yet? What did you think of it? Put your thoughts in the comments. And as always, if you liked this video, you can go ahead and hit that little like button. That's a great way to let me know that I did a good job. And as I said earlier in this video, please subscribe. Later.